Editing a recurring invoice in Recur 360 gives you powerful control, but using these features wisely is crucial, especially when payments are on the line. Imagine you need to adjust billing terms, change payment methods, or make sure customers are charged the exact amount at the right time without errors. How do you guarantee every update goes smoothly? First, ensure you have editing permission for invoices. User roles affect what you can change, so check your access level before you begin. Open the recurring invoice to be edited. Once inside the recurring invoice, the top section allows adjusting the plan. Description, interval, start and end date, and terms. For QuickBooks Online users, you will see a location field as well. QuickBooks Desktop users can set class, GL accounts, PO numbers, and sales reps, tailoring every invoice for precise tracking. Dive into the light blue section to handle payments. Here, you can set invoices to process payments automatically, select or add payment methods, and even schedule when transactions occur. Prevent the setting to automatically process payment from automatically turning on or changing payment method. Ensures the recurring invoice will only charge the payment method listed on the recurring invoice, even if the default payment method is changed in the Edit Customer section. For invoices that need manual payment recording, enable the respective setting. But don't forget, when you record payment without processing through Recur 360 Pay, double-check that your customer has already paid. If prorating or backdating is necessary, set the start date to today's date, future date, or past date. Then choose which items you want prorated or not prorated by clicking the item. To choose which items are not to be prorated, click the item and select Don't Prorate. You will see the details of the prorated invoice next to the full invoice details. To prevent the system from automatically using unapplied payments or credits on the invoice, select the Do Not Have Recur 360 Automatically Apply Unapplied Payments or Credits option. We have an option if you would like to override the default convenience fees for this invoice. Email recurring invoice and payment to customer through Recur 360 is how you schedule to send the invoice and payment confirmation. The email recurring invoice with payment failure to the customer through Recur 360 if the payment fails to process, sends the invoice with a failed payment notice if the payment fails. Send email based on due date allows you to schedule notices to be sent out. If the email is set to be sent after the due date, it will convert to an overdue notice. The override if lines should show on invoice emails and invoice PDFs allows you to quickly change the default setting. You will have the option to have the invoice printed and or emailed in QuickBooks. If you mark the invoice to be emailed in Recur 360, you will be able to see this on various tables, and are also able to filter this in the Invoice Center. Once the email is sent, the flag will be removed. The middle of the invoice is where you will see the items. You can add new items or edit existing items. To edit the item, click the line item. You will be able to edit the product/service in this section. Service date, class, quantity and amount to charge. Add a description with variable dates. And if you would like to delete the line item automatically, and taxes associated with the selected item. To add a new line item, simply click Add New. Then fill in the necessary or optional fields. In the bottom section, you will see the Customer Memo section of the invoice, is where you can add dynamic variable dates to a custom message that will be visible on the invoice. On the right, you will see the subtotal, tax, any discounts, and the invoice total. Always remember to confirm the details in the Invoice Details section. Once all of the edits have been made, click Save at the top. Whether you're managing one invoice or hundreds, Recur 360's flexible tools empower you to edit with confidence. Get the details right, keep payments accurate, and your recurring billing process will run smoother than ever.